Mardi Gras season in the state
Yes.
of, and my pastor all of a sudden wants to ride the float, one of the floats, and hand out Bibles. And I mentioned that God says we're to abstain from even the appearance of evil.
Well, I don't think that would be appearance. I mean, as an example, Paul went to the Areopagite, the Mars Hill, where they were all had all these statues of all these different gods. Somebody might say, well, what was Paul doing there with all these, pagan deities around? Well, he wasn't there to join into their paganism. He was there to shed some light. And I think we need to take every opportunity we can to preach the gospel. If God is leading us that way, I think that's something. And so very clearly, if he's on a float handing out Bibles, I don't think there's anybody there that's going to say, "Oh, look, he's partaking of the wicked Mardi Gras festivities." I think they might say, "Wow, now there's somebody that made a bold stand." Your thoughts?
However, God wants to use him as he's leading him to minister the gospel, handing out Bibles, handing out Christian tracts. The people there, like so many at Mardi Gras or other festivals, whatever it might be, they're empty, and they think this is going to satisfy their hearts and their souls and their minds, and yes, they're going to party and do all those things, but you know what? They will go home. They're going to be alone by themselves, and maybe that tract they stuck in their pocket, and then they wake up from their hangover or whatever it might be, and they read it, and all of a sudden God may minister to them. So we never know how God will use something in a very wonderful way to reach people. We're not to partake of their activities, but we can reach them through their activities, and I think that's what he's trying to do. So it's a kind of a time of a book of action, book of Acts action that he's going to try to do, and I would keep him in your prayers because there may be some people who are not going to like what he's doing.
Jesus was accused of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They said to Jesus, the religious hierarchy of the day said, "Why do you eat with the publicans and the sinners?" As if Jesus was one of them. And Jesus responded, he said, "The sick ones are the ones who need the doctor." So I think that this is maybe the heart of your pastor, is to reach out to the lost. And certainly I believe that you got a pretty good crowd of them there at your Mardi Gras festivities.